water is life. Water is life. And it's a life force that's in each of us. I've been to the top of Mauna Kea, to Lake Waiau, more frequently now as I get older than I have ever been in my life. At one point, we were getting worried because the lake was decreasing in size. And more recently, it's been more full. And when you go there and it's full, you can see the health of our water. When the lake's calm, you can see a reflection of the sky, and it's like a mirror. It reflects what's happening.
Manaua speaks to me through my mind. I hear her in my thoughts. I hear her in my mind. It's not like an outward sound, like how you hear the wind and how you hear the trees going. It's something that I hear internally. That's how I've always heard her, and that's how I continue to hear her now. She is the guardian and caretaker of the waters of Waimea and goes to Manaua, the rain rock, to sunbathe. Although Waimea is usually known as a rainy pasture town, it has experienced great times of drought that has affected the ranches, that has affected the people, the livestock. When my papa was working for Parker Ranch, there was a really big drought that hit Waimea where we had to have water tanks being brought in for people to ration water. They were the wildlife was dying, the livestock was dying. There was no water for the people, the ranches, the animals. And my papa remembered the story of Manaua. So he went and he found the rock. It was completely covered over with a bunch of different plants, just overgrown. Him and some of the other Parker Ranch employees, they came and they cleared her up and they brought offerings. And he took my mom up to the pu'us of Waimea to collect different native plants to make ho'okupu, to make lei offerings, to ask and truly plead Manaua to please help our people and our town and our aina to be replenished by water. When my papa was out working in the fields, he saw this huge rain cloud coming his way, and he actually has pictures of it from when he was out there that he took of this rain cloud coming. And after that, a whole rain came that it was almost more than the town needed. And they had to go back to Manaua and give their thanks and be like, thank you so much for answering our call, for replenishing our town, our people, our aina. And since then, my family has been committed to taking care of the place, taking care of Manaua, to making sure that she's always remembered and she's still present in our community. This is the style of lei that I needed to know for my family rites of passage. My mom named this lei style that we do in my family a lot. After me, she named it the kapulei style. And it is one of our go-to styles when we give ho'okupu at Manaua. When I first started seeing Manaua when I was young, I think I almost saw more details, a little more in depth because I was younger and I didn't have any outer perspectives kind of like clouding my mindset or clouding my thoughts. I think if people in general had more of a spiritual connection to the places that they come from, to the places that raise them, that their people, their kupuna, generations before them come from, I think it would show people a little more of what's important in life. It's kind of like the true beauty of what's around you and the value of the things that you have around you. I think it would make people understand why a lot of Native and Indigenous people around the world stand up for their sacred places, why they do literally anything, put their lives on the line, literally, for these places, to protect these places, because they understand that this is sometimes all they have. These are their only natural resources. This is their only home. This is all they know. And I think if more people were connected to where they came from on a deeper level, that it'd be easier for people to understand that, and then easier for people to understand why other people are also standing for their sacred lands and trying to protect their homes.
Because the water is outside of us, but it's also inside of us. It will pass on and it'll flow from generation to generation.